This award is going to be given at our Urban League annual dinner. It's where we honor people who have done exemplary things in our community over the years. And it's people like Ann and Chester, and what they've contributed is the reason we can boast about our city.
I will say that Ann and Chester are community servants. Their work has changed Lexington in so many ways. One of the projects that Ann started was called the NIA Project. And Ann is always calling us to say, well, for instance, with her NIA Project, I'm taking a busload of kids to Birmingham to go to the Civil Rights Museum. Can you help? And of course, our answer is always yes. Anytime Ann calls for anything, the answer is yes.
So we would take children to Birmingham, my hometown. This is the house where I grew up. This is the place where these children were murdered. This is the place where Chester and Ann got married. Children would come back and teachers would say, different students.
It is extremely clear that they are proud of their heritage, they are very proud of their culture, and are very proud to share that history with the community. So when the Roots and Heritage started in 1989, my mom was on the board, she was a vendor coordinator, and then the Grundys were dealing with stage one, which was one of the stages to bring in cultural entertainment. As my mother always pulled us into community service, that's how I ended up helping, and that's how I really started working more so with the two of them. And then I just remember artists that were on stage because it's celebrating African American culture and achievement. But it was just unique to just watch them work and watch how they did things on the stage, and that just shows the impact that they've had as it relates to Roots and Heritage.
The Martin Luther King Day program that happens every January, has the fingerprints of Chester and Ann. Most of the speakers were their friends, and their friends were people in very high places. They spend hours and hours and days writing, crafting all the speeches. They work tirelessly on that program, and as soon as the program is over, she's starting to work on next year's. And so every year, we were introduced to amazing speakers who helped us to reflect on Martin Luther King Day and what was happening. And so I really can't think of what our community would be like had it not been influenced by the work of Chester and Ann.
I think it's a program that has been very conscientious about keeping the legacy and the story of Martin Luther King truthful and relevant. So, we're really proud of it because it's supported by people from around the region. I think they come because they know they're going to get some real substance and they're going to leave there inspired.
They're the go-to people. When there is something that needs to be done education-wise in the community, culturally-wise in the community, they're the go-to people. While they tend to be in the forefront because of the go-to person, it is a very quiet forefront. They work so hard, but that to me is what makes them worthy of the award.
With no exaggeration, I think Ann's been doing this probably 50 years of her life.
I've been doing it 80 years of my life.
Well, it's been over 100 years combined, okay?
I feel so honored, so fortunate, so blessed that my feet were placed in a place where I could do this work with Chester, with our children, with this community, with the Urban League. It doesn't get any better than this. It's like I just died and went to heaven. You know what I'm saying?
Genuine friends to a lot of people, dedicated and caring about their community, the legacy that they will leave big prints.
If you had to ask for an explanation of generosity and a description of generosity, really all you would have to say is Chester and Ann Grundy.